H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's Monday, a great day for Monday. Beautiful outside. And I'm going to start off the show talking about our starting five. These are the first 5 people that signed into the feed in the morning. In the afternoon. So let me shout out those 5 important people, plus the 6th man. Lil Rick, what's going on? Kim Jackson, Corey Willis, Rick Brown, and Jeremy Davis. And our 6th man today is Chris Charles. Y'all, it's a lot of stuff to get to today. But let me go down through the feed and see. Hey, Dale Griggs. Hey, Mindy. Hey, Thad. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Derek Johnson. Hey, Michael. Corey Henderson. Hey, Tammy Allen. Hey, Yolanda Green. I got your text this morning. Shout out. Congratulations to your son. Singing the national anthems at the Clippers game. Yeah, I didn't forget. Daryl Anderson. Karen Roach is in the building. Karen Roach, where's your son? I ain't never asked that question. Type it in and let me know. Gary Sinclair's in the building. What's up, G? Who else we got? Brandy Nicholson. You know I got to check down. I got to check my girl. Michael Jordan is in the building. Michael Jordan want to go play a little golf. We're going to make that happen. Robert Wisen, Sonia Billings. Y'all, hey, it's roll call today. I miss y'all. Evidently, I mean, Crystal Wicks. Are y'all watching the trial? No, I can't watch the trial because I got to do the show, Crystal. So it's hard for me to watch the trial. I promise you, Crystal, I'm going to get all the highlights of the trial. I've never been a person that liked trials, so I go back and get the highlights of the trials. And I got some very reliable people in black media that pulls out those things and send them to me, so I don't have to watch them. What's up, Corey Willis? Happy Monday. Okay. Man, come on, man. Come on. What's up, Jameson Morrow? Who else I got? Let me see. I just want to shout Alex Costero. I see you, baby. I see you. I just want to make sure everybody here, and then I can get to work. Oh, my, everybody. Tori Raspberry, everybody here. Hey, it must have been some summer basketball. You know what, y'all? I'm going to talk about that. Y'all know I don't. Kenneth Lofton. Hold on, Kenneth Lofton. Hold on, baby. Hold on. I got something for you. Hold on. I got something for you, Kenneth Lofton. Y'all got to share this show right now. Y'all check this out.
T on the line. 4 seconds on the clock. Lofton against Roddy. Up and in with .3 on the clock. Stevens at the buzzer. Oh, off the mark. And Louisiana Tech. How about that? Kenneth Lofton Jr. looking up at Fran Fraschilla, said, I'm not an SEC guy. Take that.
Love it, man. They put it in his hand.
Hey, Ken Lofton, you know I can't leave you out, baby. Baby, you've had more airtime than Dick Vitale this weekend. Dude, I'm so proud of Junior, man. I mean, it's just so unbelievable. What's up, Anson? It's just, y'all got to, hey, let me tell you something. On this show, that's why we got to be happy for the people that support this show. We got to be happy for them. I promise you. Unbelievable. I wish they had a chance. I didn't want to go there, but Junior, shout out to Junior. I started the show off with Junior. You tell him I started the show off with him. Great time. Kenneth Lofton, I know you saw him. I'm going to talk about Memphis a little bit later. They won the NIT championship. But you know, I got to go. I wanted to, before I talk, I had to talk about some light before I talk about, on to the Final Eight we go. We've got a Final Eight now in the NCAA. I watched last night the last two black coaches standing. Two black coaches standing, not persons of color, coaches of color, just the last two black coaches standing. I don't know what to say, y'all. Y'all help me here. I'm watching and I'm loving it, okay? I'm loving basketball, Ivan Pettit. But I see it's all about money. The morality of March Madness, you can argue that the madness is playing basketball in a pandemic. Hey, Karen, you know how I felt about this all the time. In Indiana, of all places, a conservative state, home of Mike Pence, I'm just giving you some other ways to look at this thing. The moral of these young players, I go look at the VCU situation, the young team that got a COVID test and they couldn't play. Yeah, he's a person of color. I don't know how he interview Kevin Sampson. I'm not gonna tell nobody Kevin Sampson is black. I know he's Indian, so I don't know. So I'm not talking about how nobody identify Walter Yates. You always got something to say. I got something for you. I told y'all, for all of you, I got something for you. Now, this thing was all in a bubble, right? The closest thing you can get to a bubble. Just hold on, Walter Yates, before your comments. I want you to share something with you. I don't think, me personally, I said from the beginning, I didn't think we should have an NCAA tournament. I just didn't think it. I was torn between the morality of it and the competition of it. I like competition. Once I see it, I see it. Yeah, I'm going to support it. But from the beginning, everybody know I'm proud of the kids. They played their butts off. The NCAA probably said, thank God Rutgers lost and out of the tournament because they don't have to hear from Geo Baker. If you know who Geo Baker is, go look him up. In case you didn't know, let me explain to y'all who Geo Baker was. Hold on, the little young kid. I think I put it somewhere. Man, I wrote it down. Gosh, I should have. But Geo Baker was a young man who played for Rutgers that joined in with the Isaiah Livers from. They was talking about. Rutgers were talking about. We didn't talk about on the show, but Rutgers were talking about boycotting against Clemson because I'm not the NCAA. The hashtag not the NCAA. Property. And Rutgers was one of the teams that thought about their first round game they was going to boycott. So I know the NCAA glad that those people are not there. And then the treatment for women and women's sports got exposed, during this pandemic. I'm just, sometimes, like I said, I didn't want it to happen, but then sometimes in pain and suffering and tragedy, Dr. Newsom, something comes out of it. I said not NCAA property. I think I did. That is Moody. But this whole pandemic year, y'all, have just exposed so much inequality between black and white wealth. Talking about the whole pandemic, access to medical treatment. Y'all know what I'm saying out there. During the pandemic, wealthy white people were escaping to their second and third homes, and now in the microcosm of basketball, we're showing the disparity and the treatment of women in basketball. What are we going to take from this? The reason I'm telling y'all, what are we going to take for this? What are we going to do? Joe Madison, morning talk show host, always said, what are we going to do? Or we have just become so used to it, and then we just live through it. You know, we become so used to this stuff, man. I remember the young lady from Oregon, might have been Sedona Prince, who posted this. What if she didn't post this inequality on social media? What if she, hey Cheryl, how you doing? What if the young lady didn't post it? You know, that's why I'm telling y'all, activism must continue. It must continue. It must continue. What if this young lady didn't show us the disparities between the weight room that they had? I mean, it takes a young woman. That's why we got to speak up, y'all. But let me tell you something. In the next 5 years, and I'm just watching it. The next 5 years, I think women's basketball is going to be taken a lot serious. I'm just watching. I'm watching the signs. I'm watching the women step up. And then to what I'm gonna be looking for. What I'm gonna be looking for in the Final Four. I'm gonna tell you. I love the two coaches of color. You know, I love Baylor. I got a friend, L.J. Cryer. It's like a nephew to me. He plays for Baylor. But me personally, just me, at the end of the day, I would love to see Juwan Howard play against Kevin Sampson in the finals. And also, where are my women basketball? Where Trey Phillips at? But hey, Sonia Billingsley, look up the young lady from Arizona. Arizona, I think. I'm trying to figure her name out. I got her name. I know I wrote it down. Adia Barnes. I didn't know Arizona had a black coach. Adia Barnes. I'd love to see Arizona versus. And I know y'all love Texas out there. This is just me personally. I'd love to see Arizona versus South Carolina in the championship. That's just mine. That's just my thing. You can have the hook 'em horns all you want to. I just y'all can have them. They did great. They beat a team. They beat a. Oh my goodness. But you know, I guess now I can give the NCAA their props. Gonzaga wins another blowout. They win by double digits. Do y'all realize that's the 26th time in a row that Gonzaga won by double digits? They're 29-0. What is the conversation about Gonzaga going forward? I know we're going to talk about Shaka. Yes, we're going. I'm trying to wait on Jimmy to get in here, because I don't want to double talk about that some of this stuff. But trying to wait on Jim to get in. Let me make sure I got everything right. I can't see y'all right now. It'll pop back on in a minute. Can't see y'all. Hope y'all can see me. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, my monitor went away, y'all. It's kind of my equilibrium is not right. But I was thinking about Gonzaga. We was talking about Gonzaga. I was thinking about them going undefeated, y'all. Okay, it's back. Everything's back. Hold on. Let me get my stuff over there. Just give me a second, y'all. There we go. Let me get my comments back to where on the screen. Yes, I'm getting it done. Oh my goodness. Yes, Robert. Y'all I'm working this thing over here. Yes, but back to Gonzaga. They're trying to go undefeated, y'all. This would be historic. This would be the first time in the last since 19 1976. So what is the conversation about Gonzaga going forward? It has been a long time since we've had a perfect run at a championship season in the same year. But what I saw about him, I know you can see me. I know you can see me. I know. Thank you, Alfio. But my equilibrium is off if I can't see the screen. I wasn't talking about y'all. I know y'all can see me. But let me tell you something about Gonzaga. They scored 50 points in the paint yesterday. They scored 27 points off the three-point line. They shot 77% inside the lane. And different guys were stepping up. The pace they play. They get a shot up every 14 seconds. Darryl Hawkins. They get a shot up every 14 seconds. They took a very good Creighton team and held them to 22% from the three-point line. You know I wanted Creighton to lose. Yes, you know. What's up, Matt Verdon? You know I wanted Creighton to lose. For the comment that the coach said. Yes, I wanted them to lose. Then I look at Suggs as might be the number one pick in the draft. Might be. You know, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, and the Derek Chauvin trial. Opening statements begin today. And always remember, y'all, and I want y'all to share this before we go to the break. This trial is not to prove George Floyd was murdered. This trial is to prove that he was human. Okay, don't forget about that. Don't forget about that. Got a lot of stuff. Hold up, y'all. Let me see. What time is it? Oh, I got a few more minutes. Let me see. Now, let me get to see what y'all talking about in this Facebook feed. Y'all want to talk about Shaka. Glad Shaka got out of town. Hey, Shaka, hey, Matt Verdon. Shaka got out of town before the posse got him. Shaka always get away before the posse got him. We're in Texas. He got the hell out of here. Hold on. Jimmy Hicks said on this show last week, I think he posted it somewhere. He talked about that scenario. I did not think about that at all. I mean, he broke the story, and I saw another story, y'all, during the tournament. Y'all check this out. Somebody tweeted this, and I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let my people. Hold on. This was somebody tweeted yesterday. This guy put his name up there, right? Hold up. I'm gonna put up the tweet. Then I'm gonna put hold on. Y'all read that. He said, now I'm for everyone getting a shot, but the announcer just said this young man graduated high school early and joined the team in December. Now, I'm not the brightest, but we check IDs in the boom boom room. I don't know who is this guy. This guy said a boom boom room. In high school, I was 17 when I enrolled. All right, and I'm going to give y'all a better picture. Now, that this was somebody, I don't know who Ron Slay is, right? But I saw it and I said, let me tell the boom boom room, somebody to try to steal your name. And he said, so let me give y'all a closer look at this guy. Hold on. I kind of blew it up. This guy right here. He went. Hold on. Let me see what the man said. Again. Hold on. This guy right here, I want y'all to get a good look at this guy at the free throw line, right? They said, announcer said, this man graduated high school early to join the team in December. Hey, man. No, they didn't say he was 17. They didn't say he was being sarcastic about the 17. Matt, what's going on, man? Matt, what's going on? Oh, he played. Okay, he from Memphis. Okay. So, I mean, it's just, did y'all see that guy? He graduated early, they say. So, How old did he look? Rick, I had to bring that up to y'all, Rick. And Rick, before I go any further, before Jimmy get on here and start hating, hold on, y'all. I got to show y'all this. Hold on.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hit it, JJ, hit it, JJ, hit it, JJ. Yeah, hey, 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 Tato. Hit it, Matlock. Yeah, top. Come on, top.
Hey, man. Y'all just don't realize how happy I was this weekend for this team. Memphis. NIT champions. You know, they were they had 2 games. They won 14 out of their last 14 games, they lost only 2, Memphis. And those 2 were to U of H. And both of those 2 were about, buzzer beater. Tremont Marks just still went up in there and got us. And it was just poetic justice for those guys to go win the NIT. And people who don't know, I know Kenneth Lawson, and people who don't know, the NIT has lost its luster. It used to be popular, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some names of some coaches that won. I mean, the NIT has been in existence since. Hold up, let me go all the way down. Where my glasses at, y'all? Can I put on my glasses? Yeah, nobody care about you, John Uri. That's why I didn't play that dumbass video they put out there. Nobody cares about you. I cares about it. But let me give you keep them damn comments to yourself. Yeah. Because you don't have a team to get in either tournament, John Uri. Yeah, don't let me start on your ass. Don't let me sick those damn what's them ladies' name who I called off on you? Those legacy moms on your ass. Yes. So let me go. Let me get back to this. The NCAA, the NIT has been in existence since 1938. I'm going to give you some names of some coaches that coached in this, because we got somebody on here talking about don't nobody care. Ray Meyer from DePaul. Adolph Rupp, he coached in this. Pete Newell coached in this. All of these probably better coaches than that guy that's on here coming who ain't coached. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Let me see. Let's keep going. I'm keep going. Hold. Joe Lapchick. Look him up. Keep going. Got some more. Al McGuire. Dean Smith coached in this tournament. Lefty Drizel coached in this tournament. And won this tournament. Pete Carrill. Do your history before you're talking to me, Mr. Teacher, Mr. Educator. Joe B. Hall. He won. Abe Lemons, Texas, from Texas. They won it before. Bobby Knight, he won it. Terry Holland from Virginia, he won it. Nolan Richardson won it. Dick Versace won it. Hold on. Bill Frieder won it. Walt Hazard won it. NIT. I'm talking about the NIT when y'all, I'm going to get them Coos moms on. Yeah, I'm going to get them Coos moms on you, homeboy. Yeah. Let's not talk about no Texas Southern, man, right now, okay? You Lou Conoseca won. Eddie Fogler. All of these guys. Jeff Jones. Do your damn history, John Uri. Bill Foster. All of these, I think, are coaches that might be a little bit better coached than you. John Calipari. Buzz Peterson is a coach in here. Tommy Amaker. Dave Odom. Y'all, I'm just, when y'all got to understand. Shaka Smart, who y'all ran out of here now, he went and got a job immediately. Pat Chambers, Jamie Dixon. Yo, and you up there probably suck. Every time Jamie Dixon, I bet you're calling Jamie Dixon every weekend. He won it. So, in case people didn't know, I had my receipts ready because I knew it was gonna be a bozo. It was gonna be a bozo today. It was gonna be bozo today. So, but that's all. That's all. But like I said, Memphis, two U of H buzzer beaters to put them out of the tournament. I think they probably would have still been in the tournament. Me personally, in the NCAA tournament, also they wouldn't have got their ass whooped by somebody in the first round, John Urie. So, but now I get a chance to take a quick break, and I'll let y'all soak that in a little bit. Let me see. Hold up. Let me give you. Yeah. No. Mendy, I can't ignore him. You know why? Mendy, he put it on that feed for me to say something. And guess what? I'm going to show out with his ass today. Yeah, it's show out Monday today. Show out Monday. I'm all right. I got him. I just wanted to help him out a little bit. But I saw something interesting over the weekend. Everybody sent me this. So I thought I'd share it with y'all. And maybe I'll share it with y'all after the break. After the break, I'm going to share it with y'all. But Chop Shop will be back in a minute.
Hey there, everyone. Tammy Allen here, your relationship coach. Tell me, do you and your partner feel like you're struggling to communicate and have begun living like roommates? No need to worry. I can teach you new, healthy communication skills to improve your relationship. I provide coaching via teleconferencing from the convenience of any location, including your own home. Call me today to schedule your first appointment at 713-597-4499. Or you can find more information at my website, www.allencounselinggroup.com. I look forward to working with you.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Adder, alongside Jim Hicks, who will come on at some point. I haven't talked to him yet, but I got him. I got his back until he do. I got something for you I wanted to share with y'all. I've been seeing a couple of people talk about it. Do me a favor, share the show, share, text, tell, even you, John Urie. Share, text, tell, and share and subscribe to everything you can, and like it. If you're on YouTube, like it. Like it. If you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube, subscribe to it. John Urie, I don't see you on there. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Chop Shop HCX if you want to if you want me to play your video of you talking about you the Godfather. I'm not Godfather, Houston. Okay, yeah, you the Godfather. Okay, good. I did it for you. So do me a favor, go over to YouTube and subscribe to it. Okay, do me a favor, go over to YouTube and subscribe to me. But I saw y'all talking about some, and I already had it queued up. I got a couple of things queued up I want to share with y'all. But since we will go here, I saw. Let me see. They're talking about this. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna come back and talk about it.
So first of all, man, just I see the jersey, man. I see the swag, man. Just man. Yeah, man. Take me through the decision, man. What you decide?
But I narrowed my choices down to go into a school in Nashville. So it was it was a hard decision between Vanderbilt and Tennessee State. But you see my choice, Tennessee State. I do my thing.
What made you want to go that route, though? I mean, like, that's not the popular route. You had, I'm gonna go over that later with you, but just not to take the popular route, to take a path of your own. Take me through this decision, you being that young, to make it, make a decision like that.
Yeah, well, with me, I've been ever since a little kid, I've been growing up taught to be a leader, and like to not follow the crowd. And I want to make a change. I want to make a difference. And I know with me, I can change the narrative. People think that you just need to go to a big school to become a pro or just to be great. And that's not true.
Why do you think it's important to choose an HBCU? What did you learn in your research about HBCUs that really, kind of won you over?
Well, with me, when I research, because with me, I'm a student athlete, so I like to study all my stuff. With me, I noticed how a lot of people that you really don't know went to HBCU. Samuel Jackson, Oprah Winfrey, Common, athletes, Robert Covington came out of there, Stephen A. Smith. So I'm just people don't realize they don't have the spotlight. It's everything's possible. It don't matter where you at.
I think your pop's supposed to be getting on next, I think.
All right, what's up, bro?
Do you see this being a game changer? You've been a guy that supported Blacks and African Americans your whole life, your whole career. Do you see this being a game changer for just Black people to understand that? What I'm saying? How big is this for the culture more than anything?
This is so big for the culture with my son going to HBCU and going to Tennessee State. This is going to change the narrative. This is about economic empowerment and teaching that and being able to make sure that these HBCUs is on the spotlight. I think this is a movement. I think so many kids behind him will be coming to do this now. I'm talking about top athletes like Hersey. And I think many more are gonna start. I got my head already. You didn't see my head. I'm turned up. I got my head already. Y'all see, Tennessee State.
So first of all, man, I see the jersey, man. I see the swag, man. 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 Take me through the decision, man. What you decide?
But I narrowed my choices down to go into a school in Nashville. So it was a hard decision between Vanderbilt and Tennessee State. But you see my choice, Tennessee State, I do my thing.
What made you want to go that route, though? I mean, like, that's not the popular route. You had, I'm gonna go over that later with you, but just not to take the popular route, to take a path of your own. Take me through this decision, you being that young, to make it, make a decision like that.
Yeah, well, with me, I've been
I just wanted to hear it a little bit more, y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I know a lot of y'all have, well, his daddy got money. Yeah, well, that's good. Well, guess what? Why don't we get some money so we can have those choices? What's up? Daryl Barnes is in the building. Why don't we get our weight up and get our situation so we can make choices like that? So if my son wanted to make a choice like that, it's okay. The university, Robert Covington, is going back. I don't know how much of his money. Robert Covington is not a max player. He's going back to spend millions on upgrading and helping, I think, building an athletics facility at Tennessee State. I don't know the whole thing about it, but Robert Covington is doing things like that. So, I mean, hey, unique Tennessee State, my brothers and my sisters at the school that they went to, I'm proud of a young man from choosing. Look at that, Panther Network as a Morgan State man. He gave $1 million. Thank you, $1 million of his money. Guess what? It's a lot of them ain't gave nothing. Daryl Barnes. Daryl Barnes. I'm gonna repeat this. It's a lot of them haven't gave anything. And that was the problem with the Penny and James Wiseman situation. Penny spent, I don't know how much money he gave to the Alumni Center. he gave so he was considered a booster. So when he gave the gift, help what's his name? James Wiseman, his mom out, they considered him a booster. So I mean, how many other guys done did it? You know, it's a $1 million. Let me tell you something. Shout out to Robert Covington. Shout out to that young man. Cause he could go anywhere. He could have went to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt right across the street, literally. So I like this move. If my son don't go Ivy, he'll go see. Landon Artwan said if his son don't go to the Ivy League, he'll go to HBCU. Hey man, our young athletes are becoming more aware about what's going on in this world. Hey, these kids are more in tune than some of these parents are. So let me look at some of the comments. Let's see. Master P, y'all talked about Master P a little bit. Okay, I thought that was an interesting topic, y'all. And then this is the gift that keeps on giving. John Uri, I really want to hear your comments on this one. Thaddeus Moody, I want to hear your comments on this one. I saw this the other day. Mindy, close your ears. It might be a little. No, I think they bleeped out the cuss. I think they bleeped out the cuss. But I want y'all to check this out.
Respecting the game means a lot, bro. On and off the court. How you carry yourself, all that matter, man. Y'all gotta understand, when you go to college, you don't get away with this shit, man. You get to the league, you don't get away from it. They take your bread, bro. You walk around this motherfucker, moping and pounding around, bro, it's either one or two things gonna happen where you at. They gonna ship your ass off, or they gonna wave your ass, or you ain't gonna have no job. They just gonna say, here, just take the money, we don't even want you. That's the two options you got in the league. And I don't never like pulling my NBA card, ever. But bro, y'all, it's only 400. That mean if you got dreams to get into the league, you gotta play me. You gotta guard me. And guess what? Can't none of y'all motherfuckers guard me. Ain't none of y'all taking my job. I'm chilling. I can retire today and live on the beach for the rest of my life. And my mom and dad not work another day. Or my brothers. That's the type of good y'all want to be. That's what y'all want. Everything is grimy and gutter where we from, bro. So everything is gonna be that much harder for us. But guess what? When you got a gift and a talent like that, you gotta take advantage of it. You gotta perfect it. You gotta work on it. Because guess what? God will take that. If you ain't using it the right way, if you ain't using your bounce, you ain't using your shot, you ain't perfecting it, them gifts are gone. I believe in y'all, man.
Let's go.
I believe in y'all.
Let's get it, baby. Hey, all I ask y'all to do is finish strong, man.
That's
finish
it,
up.
man.
Finish.
That's all we can
Finish
do.
on three. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
Most definitely.
Wow. Y'all see that? Y'all, did y'all really see that, parents? Did y'all really hear that and really feel that? I mean, did you feel it? John Uri, what do you think about that? Herb, what do you think about that? Shout out to Landon. They say they're looking hard at Howard for business. That's good. I mean, think about what he said, man. Because it's a lot of pouting. Y'all going to these games? I was in a gym for 30 minutes and I saw pouting. Who do these damn kids think they are? Yes, that's his EYBL team. Who do these kids think they are? And these parents do. Everybody pouting. Now go high school basketball. I'm watching y'all on video today. Everybody is pouting. And you ain't that good. I've seen what it takes. I've seen when 2 rookies get in the gym years ago, and I ain't seen it ever since. Get in a hot gym with no air conditioning and play one-on-one for hours, full court. I bet you ain't never one of them kids out there, never one of y'all kids that got in the gym and played one-on-one full court. Those 2 guys are in the NBA, had long careers in the NBAs, and now both of them coaching. Those 2 guys still making millions of dollars because they didn't skip the processes. They didn't skip the processes, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all with this, I mean, Lord, hey, y'all got to stop that pouting now, mamas and dads, because them high school, them college coaches gonna send their ass right back home to you. He gonna be on your couch. Like I asked the guy the other day, Jock Armand, because they was telling me the doom and gloom of these young player. Who were the players you talking about? Penny Hardaway and Sam Cassell. Those are two players. As rookies, I had both of them in the gym at Straight Jesuit. Straight Jesuit didn't have this beautiful campus. It had a hot-ass gym. They played one-on-one for hours full court. I've never seen two players do that ever again. I haven't, personally. But my thing is to you parents, I mean, y'all see it. Some of y'all ignore it. What's all this pounding? Bradley Beal said, what you pounding about? What are you pounding about? Kendrick Perkins said, the 10-year-old boys cussing each other out. Come on, man. What are we doing this weekend? I see tweets talking about how terrible events was ran this weekend. So why you keep going? Why you keep going, parents? I get a text. I saw a tweet. See, just like when you say something and you put it on this screen right here, it's like a tag to me. It's me and Jimmy's show. I look at it. I look at the comments. I know you want me to see it. Y'all got to understand, I got a big screen right here. Your comments are big. But I get a tweet the other day. I saw a tweet the other day, Shannon, and it tagged me, Shannon. Be careful when you tag me because I'm going to ask. I saw the tweet, and the tweet said, there's lots of frustrated parents and coaches over unorganized event this weekend. Then he named his event and said his event gonna be next week. It's gonna be next week. It'll be a good upgrade. Okay, parents talking about they frustrated, and the coaches frustrated over unorganized events, right? So you know what I'm going to do. If you say something, I'm going to say something. I said, wow. He said, yeah, it's pretty bad. So I said, I'm trying to see what I said. I want to make sure I quoted myself because sometimes I don't know what I be saying. I was saying, well, use this as an opportunity. Since your event's going to be so good next week, use this as an opportunity to invite those people who gave those events to your event and give them a master class, so to speak, on how do you do events. That's all I said, y'all. If you tweeting that it was some events that were ran and the parents were mad about it, and you can do a better job, reach out to those guys who gave the terrible events and say, look here, man, y'all invited to my event. I'm finna sow this and this how we run this stuff. And then parents, y'all got to figure out, quit whining and crying. Wait, Jimmy here now. Okay, I got Jimmy here. Quit all this whining and crying about the event and you still going. Quit all the whining and crying, talking about they frustrated and the coach is frustrated because the events are unorganized, Jimmy. But they kind of walking up there, here my money. So, Jimmy, I mean, you can chime in at any minute. You couldn't have came no quicker. But welcome, welcome back. It's Monday. Hey, Jimmy, I call it. I got some. What I said earlier, y'all. What I say? John Uri said something. I said, get it straight, Monday. What did I say, y'all? Hold up, Jimmy. I said something, Jimmy. We might need to use this one, Jimmy. Hold up. I said something because he was running his mouth, and I said something. I tell y'all, I forget what the hell I be saying. What did I say, y'all? Somebody know what I said earlier. Hold up. See, y'all done messed me up, but y'all ain't no good. I said something, Jimmy. I'll get it straight Monday or whatever. Something. But Jimmy, I saw a tweet that was that added me in the tweet. Added you too. He talking about get on your ass Monday. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But no, it's Jimmy, and all the tweet was saying that I'm gonna find it. All the tweet said was it was some parents and some coaches were dissatisfied by the unorganized events. Okay, and they was dissatisfied. So Jimmy, I'm just telling these people, parents, if you did, they gonna keep giving these sorry ass events, parents, until you just said no. No, I'm not going. Not just in Houston. It's all over. So don't come up here. This ain't no Houston thing. You got to realize, hey, man, it's not a Houston thing. I talk to people all over the country. See, that's what sometimes. Hey, Stacey Houston, don't put me in your Houston box. I live here, but I talk to people all over the world. And I hear this same thing all over the world. Ain't got nothing to do with Houston. Shit, it was I bet you it happened up there in Dallas too. Shit, so don't come on here with that today. We trying to and Jimmy, all I did, I told a guy, I said, look here, man, do me a favor. Why don't you invite those event operators to your event and show them how it's done? And he said I was being messy. I said, and just show them how it's done, a master class, so to speak, Jimmy. Jimmy, I always, if I see some people doing stuff wrong, if they are open, because you know everybody ain't open, Jimmy, and I understand. But if they open, invite them in and say, look here, man, this is how you do this. I do this all the time. In my life, dude, this ain't how to do this, young fella. You're going to be spinning your wheels over there. So that's all. And I was bringing that up, Jim. I talked a little bit about the Final Four. I got my little Final Four takes. I'm loving it. I'm loving. I got mixed emotions because I really don't think they should be playing. But shit, since they playing, I'm enjoying it. I'm still saying that they should be playing, and the people that's benefiting or the NCAA, and the players are still property of the United States, property of the NCAA, and they saying we're not the property, but still the property. So that's where I was at, man. What's going on?
Yeah, about this tweet, I didn't see the tweet that you were talking about. You guys, I probably, what day it came? What day was it? Yesterday?
Yeah.
What day?
When he sent the tweet yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday?
Yeah, last night or something last night.
I didn't see it whatsoever. I'm just not hearing about it.
I also got a tweet from Jimmy. I also got a text from 2 more cities. See, one tweet ain't worth me talking about. It's bigger than I'm talking about all over the world, because it's people are watching us all over the world. In case somebody didn't know. This is for everybody in every city. Let me repeat. McKinley Singing said, thank you. Yes, they are. And he knows it. This is for every city. Save your Dallas versus Houston stuff to somebody on another show. Right now, I'm talking about all over the country, parents. You got the power. I told y'all a long time ago. You don't have to go. Jimmy?
Well, I mean, solution to that is in 2020, I started using the hashtag pay attention.
Yes.
And that was on all layers and all aspects. People start paying attention to stuff that's right in front of your eyes and do something about it if you have a grievance on it. In regards to events, parents, I've long said it all the time. At youth sporting events, you are the consumer. Grassroots coaches and organizers, and directors, you are the consumers. This is how this stuff works, especially in the younger teams. If 3 or more parents want to go and play in a certain tournament during the off season when they're contemplating the schedule, that's going to carry weight towards the grassroots director deciding where he's going to go on a said particular weekend. Once again, if 3 or more parents galvanize and say, Coach, on this weekend, can we go here? If those 3 players happen to be starters, then you have even more galvanized power. If those 3 players have the parents or the families who are, let's say, economically more advantaged than the other players on the team, then you have even more power when you go and approach that coach. So my point is this: if there's a bad experience at an event, too late, you're already there. But you can prevent it from happening again. You can prevent the same mistake from happening the same way at the same place in the future by simply telling that coach, if you are putting us in that particular tournament or that particular event, as a matter of fact, if any event again, and there's not no change or nothing that's on, that's I guess an amenity that's provided to us, our sons aren't playing. See, the shift in power, you're exercising your power. Then what that grassroots director is going to do, he's going to make a business decision. Is he going to go and support this guy, or he's going to lobby and try to explain to your parents and calm things down and solve it? Best case scenario, that event director go in his pocket and guess what? I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to get your money back. If $15 times 3, that's 45 times another time, double it for the spouses. If that's $90, $100 is worth preventive maintenance, then that's what that event director going to do. Understand something. If you don't say anything, then you will be mistaken for a satisfied customer. And your silence speaks volumes to the event director, because they say, ain't nobody complain about that. Ain't nobody complain. And that's the thing that you guys can start doing. I've been said it. Even understand, every event out there is going to have somebody that's going to have a not so pleasant experience. It's going to, the bigger the event, the more likely there will be problems. The big event mean more games. More games mean more likely somebody's going to, just the same thing goes for mild injuries. The more games you play, the more chances are that somebody's going to sprain an ankle. Somebody's going to get take a bad spill. Somebody's going to get teched out and get thrown out of a game. Somebody's going to get into a squabble. That's going to happen. Some parent is going to go wild. That's routine. Now, in the event of you guys out there, even at the schedules that are made, some places you go to, that's just like referees. A lot of think about it. There are a lot of grassroots directors that already know certain referees that they don't want to referee that game. The ones that live in certain cities, within the certain cities. It's seriously. So guess what? They sometimes exercise their right. Hey, look, we got no problem, but don't let so-and-so referee on my games. As an event director, they're the consumer. They're not your kids, they're not the employees, they're the consumer. If you go into a restaurant, you're the consumer. Whatever you want, we got to try to make your experience satisfying. That's the thing. And somehow in grassroots sports, a lot of times the teams aren't respected as the consumer. That's all. That's all. That's right. Alfield said this is big business. This is the American way. You know? Yeah. Big business, but at the same time, you guys got to start speaking up. And I think, and I said a lot, Heather, I think far too many of y'all are guilty of walking around town not wanting to hurt people's feelings. You're not want to hurt people's feelings. And that's a problem. You know, you complain about paying $25 and Stacey Houston, y'all let it happen. Let a guy come to your city and charge $25 damn for one day. Didn't he?
Let's not go there. Let's not go there today. Let's not go there, kid. Let's keep it. Because my thing is, parents, I just wanted to know the power, let y'all know the power that you have. And I see this. I know Matt said it probably happened in Atlanta. And people talk, I'm just telling you, parents, and thank you, Jimmy, for so eloquently letting the parents know that you got the power. You got to say, look here, man. Come on, man. I can't keep coming. Every year, couldn't we change the schedule? And then that man, he goes to the event operator, said, man, y'all got to do better. Because some of these guys have a track record of doing terrible ass tournaments year after year. I've been hearing y'all talk about some people year after year, and y'all got y'all butt back in there again. So I ain't mad at the event operator. Dude, keep doing what you're doing if you're watching the show. I hope you change, because I really would like. There's no way I would go to events and watch events like Jimmy's being ran and not go and talk to him. There's no way I go to events and watch people like Jolivet and how they run their tournaments. Man, I'm going to talk to those guys. That's just me. You know, I'm trying to run them niggas. I'm trying to run them out of business. Well, make sure your business is straight. Go get, if you want to run him out, go learn up under him and be so good that you just got a viable product. But don't go nowhere and give these terrible products, because it makes all of us look bad. It makes all of us look bad. I told people all the time that Master P deal, really wasn't Master P, it was Leland McElroy, with Ricky Williams, set the black agents back for 10 years. Because every time, Jimmy, for the next 10 years, Jimmy, when I went talk to man, I don't want to be no another Ricky Wilson. We got the Jimmy. We have to debunk the Ricky Williams contract. We got to explain how. Before we get in there to tell you how good I am, I got to tell you how that was a mistake. By that time, this business is so competitive, they gone to the white guy. They gone. That's why we have to watch. That's why, see, and Jimmy, I know you like to name names. I like to get the problem taken care of. Because I know a lot of these guys are in this business, and they're young guys and younger guys, or some of them older. but they're the same color as me. So I'm not trying to tear them down. That's why I gave I said, well, why don't you invite those guys over to your event and just show them how it's ran? Some people think, Jimmy, just because you put a name on an event and put a name on a flyer don't mean you know how to run an event. You just don't. So that's all, man. I didn't mean for this to be. I was trying to get this off the air before you came on. I really was.
I'm looking at it and reading the comments, and I'm seeing the guys boom. I honestly,
Jimmy,
before you guys understand,
Show Out Monday. Jimmy, that's my name. Show Out Monday. He was what his name? John Ewing was over here showing out, so I had to show out with him on Monday. So it was Show Out Monday. Thank you, Rick. Yeah,
so
today.
John, what did he say today?
Came on here talking crazy. I mean, he always gets some. I was just talking about the NIT and Memphis won the NIT.
Okay, well, so a different topic.
Yeah, it was a different topic. It was a different topic.
Yeah, this right here.
Yeah.
I'm reading some of the comments, and honestly, I don't know. Mm-hmm. First of all, I was in San Antonio this weekend.
Yeah.
So and I went to San Antonio.
Yeah.
There was 2 events down there. Went and supported those events down there. Was invited a long time ago, and it's just that simple. If you're doing an event out there and you want me to show up, or you want Doug Jones, or you want Jeffrey Day, or somebody from RCS Sports, then you just simply ask. And you asking now, guess what? Because the market is set. I'm not coming to your event for free. Let's get that right there out the way. Because you know what happens? You know why? Because you're going to use me as bait to draw some teams to play in your event. You know, think about it. So if you're using me as bait to catch your fish, then it's only right for me to charge you an appearance fee. That's how it works in nightclubs with entertainers. That's how it works with media personalities, whether you know it or not. That's how it works all over. You think when we had the spring icebreaker, you think that John Stovall and Matt Verdon, you think they just got on a plane and flew down here on their damn own? I paid for them to come to support, to evaluate your babies. That comes with a price. If y'all didn't know that or not.
Yeah, you told them. We told them that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying sometimes people forget.
But you got to keep telling them. So they forget.
So if you have an event and you want me there, or it's going to cost you a little bit more to get me than it's going to cost to get Doug Jones or Jeffrey Day.
Okay.
My time has a value.
Yes, your experience. Yes. Yeah.
So let that be known. So when you don't see me in the gym, maybe because that event operator didn't want to pay what it's going to cost to get me there. It's going to cost a little bit more to get. Understand? If you want, let's say, Keith Sweat, it's going to cost you a little bit more to get Frankie Beverly.
Amen.
Understand that?
Amen.
So let's get back now. At the same time,
okay.
At the same time, I never let money be an issue, because that means now if you're still gonna pay, you just can't get me. One of the other guys might come. So now I missed a lot of stuff that happened in Houston, but I did make my way back to H-Town on Sunday afternoon, and I went by C. King to support Clyde Jackson and Larry Sowell's effort, even though they had already hired Doug Jones and Jeffrey Day to cover that event all weekend. So they were there. But I went there and supported them because they supported RCS Sports, and they hired my 2 assistants to come there and work.
Right.
So I went up by that show face. I stayed there for a couple of hours, and then I had to get on. I didn't even go home. I went straight to the gym off I-10. Adam.
Oh, yeah, that was easy work. Off I-10. Oh, no, the other end also. Oh, but you had to go. Hey, Jimmy, you had to pass by there to go home anyway, man.
No, C. King's on the other side of me.
Oh, okay.
C. King's on the Beltway.
Yeah.
And it's on the other side of me.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to pass got to
Yeah,
pass
pass the crib.
downtown.
I got you.
So I'm saying, but I went and supported them once I got in town. And and now what events people talking about experience? And understand the chop shop, you're doing a great job, parents. This is if you post your experience.
Yes.
Because that means other people will see, just like on Yelp or whatever they got. People post their experiences at restaurants. Post your experiences so that people can watch out. Otherwise, people don't know. And understand, there are a lot of people out there. Anybody out there can do a tournament. Anybody. But anybody can't do a tournament right.
That's what I was trying to explain.
Yeah.
That's the thing I was really trying to explain. But I saw Nashawn said something up there. What she say? She said, what about when they use kids as bait?
And that happens. And you know what?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
That happens. And the thing is, it's twofold.
Okay.
Because at first, the kids want exposure. You want your name out there. You want to be marketed. So now, however, when you get to a certain plateau, hopefully the name, image, and likeness are situation once it's settled by the government or the NCAA, then it will change a lot of this. That means now, and I said all the time, that's why you notice, Heather, I don't think, man, I can't remember the last time that I used a photo of a player in any of my advertisements for my events. If you paid attention,
I don't remember.
I don't think I can remember, and that's on purpose. That's on purpose.
Yeah,
because of that very thing.
Statement right there. Yeah.
You're sitting there and you're using the kids as bait. Now I use the name as some bait, but I really don't, because not a lot.
But not in print. Not in print.
Yeah, and not in print.
Right.
And what I do is I let you know if it's a certain matchup going down.
Yeah, because people want to know if certain
that
people
matchup.
Yeah.
That matchup going down is a matchup going down, or the team is going to be there. You use that, and that's just how it goes in event operating. But that's a very good statement. People see, that means you're waking up. That means you're paying attention.
Yes, and that's all.
And then guess what? Guess what? We saw. Remember now, Adam, that was apparent about a year and a half ago when a guy was getting ready to do an event and had a kid on there, and that mama made a phone call and told him, take my baby off of your flyer.
Yeah.
Right.
I had nothing to do with it. She had the mama said, we don't know nothing. No, take my baby off this flyer. Yeah.
And I understand. And his janky ass still doing janky ass stuff right now today. And Stacey Houston, I don't say the person's name. Let you understand this, because I was part of the problem of validating his janky ass from the start. So why am I going, every time I say his name, that means I'm giving him advertising on this platform.
Not gonna happen today, because we're gonna go to a break. Jimmy, I done learned I'm going past certain people's comments. I got some people now. I know you. I got you. I'm with you. But sometimes, man, we got to, like John Urey, Mindy had to say, Robert, stay on task. And she was right. It's some people doing some stuff out in this community, man. And guess what, Jimmy? A wise person says it's gonna all come out in the wash. And guess what? Time purifies motives. Y'all get that by the time you get home. Time purifies the motives. But we're gonna take a quick break, Jimmy. Come back, get juiced up, and get ready. And let us know how stuff went this weekend. Let me see. Hold up, y'all. Okay, here we go. Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute.
Wow. It's tears of joy.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks. That man, Jimmy, boy, you in them names. You be giving people the janky promoters, the janky. Yeah, we coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But Jimmy, I had to play that insert because Jimmy, you, I learned something. They sent us something this morning. Somebody sent us a group text this morning, and I'm trying to go back and find it. He said it was talking about Juwan Howe. Well, they talk about it's 13 of 7 head coaches hired. The black, then he put a quote, were black, and then but then I saw where Jeff Goodman talking about Juwan Howard. I mean, in the Mike Woodson hire from Indiana. And Jimmy, you helped me because you said you're certain guys. I mean, you already talked. Now I see why he got his ass sent from across the water handling the balls situation. You remember Jeff Goodman? I call his name, and he tweeted that Juwan Howard is an outlier. Indiana's hiring of Mike Woodson is far more likely to fail rather than to succeed if you just look at the data. Then he said, if I was Mike Woodson, I would bring back Michigan State's assistant Dane Fife as a coach in waiting. If he doesn't hire the right staff, this could be even worse. He said the same thing about Juwan Howard. I got the receipts, Jimmy. Jeff Goodman said some similar stuff. That's why, remember I try to tell y'all, it's how they see us and how we see us. It's different. That's why we got to start seeing each other better. So I found some, Jimmy. What's it? May 23rd in 2019. This same Jeff Goodman said, Juwan Howard just landed a Michigan job. Let's hope I'm wrong, but history is not on his side. Then he come back the other day. I was wrong about Archie Miller. I own that one. He said he owned that one, Jimmy. But Jimmy, and I'm just, that's why it's so important for us to celebrate the Mike Boyntons, the Leonard Hamiltons, the Penny Hardaways, the Juwan Howers on this show. Because we already see how they see us. The most important thing to me is how we see each other. And I've been trying to tell y'all, and I'm going to keep doing it. Faith comes by hearing. We got to start seeing each other better. That's why I didn't want to get and talk about the guys who had the bad events this weekend. I didn't say, let's get with them and find out, could we help them? We ain't calling no names on this show today. And I'm trying to get in a better practice. Now, some people ain't going to be helped. Y'all got to realize some people are not going to make it. Martin Luther King, some people, he was the most hated man on the planet back then. Didn't nobody, hold up. Quit stirring up them good white folks and get our head beat. That's what us black folks are saying about Martin Luther King. So don't get it twisted now, and all of y'all go down there and cry at the Lorraine Motel. No, it was some of our ancestors. So my man, quit talking crazy to these good white folks. You're gonna get us beat. Then you're gonna leave town. You're gonna stir up this nest, and then you're gonna leave. So what I'm trying to do, Jimmy, I'm sitting there watching The news. And I know you got your take on it, but Jimmy just didn't sit well with me. But I know they got to do what they got to do. That's why I got to do what I got to do. That's why I'm going to talk about the Penny Hardaways on this show. You know why? He been on this show. You know why? And without him, I probably wouldn't been on this damn show. So of course I'm going to talk about him. It's crazy. If I don't talk about it, who's going to talk about it? If I don't talk about it, who's going to talk about it? So sometimes we got to get out our little selfish ways and understand what's good for all of us. But Jimmy, what you got to say?
Well, Jeff Goodman and him and Fight, that's his dude.
I know it.
And from at Michigan State.
I know it.
And the thing is, I say it again, this is a very teachable moment for a lot of the black coaches out there.
Let's do it.
Because guess what? Especially the ones who take out the opportunity, how you fight back is you stop feeding Jeff Goodman your intel.
Hello.
This is how you fight back. Some people think, there's only certain ways. You're not going to beat a guy who buy ink by the gallon. I've said it a long time ago. You're not going to beat the media. Only greatness can even break you even. And eventually, think when I'm saying this right, think about Barry Bonds. And remember how he treated the media, but his greatness allowed him to see another day. But eventually, once he stopped swinging that bat and the game and it started on the decline, they dived on his ass. So back to this right here with Jeff, and you see it stings. Now don't get it twisted. The Woodson thing. Woodson lives in Houston. I mean, he lives in New York as well.
Yeah, Mike Woodson.
He has a home in Houston.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I've sit at his table and ate greens and cornbread at Woody's crib before. Mm-hmm. Well, hiring one of your alumni is back in style.
Yes.
After Juwan Howard, Patrick Ewing, they're looking at that. You're seeing Georgetown is sexy. Penny Hardaway to Memphis. You see, that's in style right now. So
Pat Ewing.
Yeah, I just said Pat Ewing.
Okay,
so that's in stock for black former stars, for the black alumni. That's in style right now in basketball. So you saw what's happening is Indiana said, well, hell, let's give it a try with one of our distinguished alumni. A guy who has these kids are trying to, everybody that comes into the Big 12 on scholarship, the vast majority of those recruits are thinking one and done at that level when they sign. Now when they get there, reality sets in. But when they're being recruited to that level, the vast majority is thinking for the opportunity to be one and done.
Yeah.
So Woody has connections in the NBA.
25 years.
So they're putting a guy in place that can implement and better prepare these young men. He can get some. Mm-hmm. Now that's going to depend a lot on his staff, what he's going to put around him.
But Woody got game too, Jimmy. You ate at his table. Woody got game. Woody know how to talk to people, Jimmy.
Yeah, he had, he's smooth.
Yes, smooth.
He's smooth. I just told y'all he eats greens and cornbread.
Then the other side of the pillow.
So now one guy that he already reached out to, and he's like, "Nah, man, I ain't going. That ain't what I'm doing right now." But he did give it a try. He asked Kenny Payne to come over and join him on this.
Kenny Payne just turned down DePaule's job.
You see what I'm saying, Kenny? So
did you know that, Jimmy?
Kenny Payne said, "Man, no, bro, I'm good." So he's asked KP.
Yeah, Kenny Payne turned down DePaul's job, Jimmy. He said, "No. I'm not.
That ain't what I'm waiting on." He knows what he's waiting on. And it's only about 2 or 3 gigs he's waiting on.
Okay,
he's waiting.
He's waiting. Okay.
But trust me, Woody is going to go and get him a staff that's going to be able to recruit the hell out of the Midwest and beyond.
Got a question,
and he'll be all right.
Got a question. Do you know who else Woody is cool with? Because you just mentioned Kenny Payne. Worldwide West is dude.
Well, yeah, they on the New York Knicks. They all in the same office building. They all just
do. Worldwide West still have tentacles in summer basketball or in okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
just
like, giving you some.
Huh? Understand? Remember, because that's like a guy in the game. West ain't been out the game, ain't been a year, ain't been a year, have?
Yeah.
So just because you out the game, that don't mean you don't know what they're going for. You just because you got the game, it's gonna take a little while. You still know what they're hitting for on them streets.
Okay, gotcha.
Even though you're not touching it and you done got out, but you still know the pulse of the street. Now, after 3 years, then West, you know what I'm saying? It after a couple of years, but right now, yeah, he still know.
And the reason I said a lot of people not familiar with that connection, and I'm just trying to help them. That's another connection that Woody got, a very powerful connection that Woody got. But keep on with Woody.
Yeah. And so now back to Jeff Goodman, and I say it again, college coaches, why are you seeing what if he does this to Woody? And if your ass got a job, he would do it to you.
Yes.
Would or could. Yeah. So why would you keep feeding him your intel in a timely manner? You get that intel and you give it to Metcalf, what his name is, ESPN. You get that information to Jason Jordan with USA Today. Well, it used to be with USA Today. I think it was Sports Illustrated now.
Yeah.
You give that intel to those brothers.
Yeah.
First.
Yes.
And then you let them know, hey, man, it's going to be out the bag. You got a head start. I'm feeding you first, brother. And that's how you empower them. If it's local regional news, give it to me. I do. Give it to Doug Jones. Give it to Jeffrey Day.
Yes.
On a much smaller scale, I'm talking about. But in a national scale, you feed the brother the intel. Let them break it. After they break it enough, know what happens? A person will go into editor will go into the office and they will have a meeting and they will say, if this guy over across the street is breaking all the damn news, what the hell are we paying this other guy to do? You see how that goes? We got to get it. It's kind of like the Bear Bryant mentality from back in the days when he first went and got him his first black scholarship football player. It wasn't just because he started liking black folk all of a sudden. He played against one and one whooped his ass on that field.
Sam the Bam.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna get me one of them. Same thing happened at University of Houston.
Yeah.
With their football program back in the days. I think it was Warren McVeigh or something like that back in the day. They played against one. Man, we got to get us one of these dudes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Pay attention.
Jimmy, that's why it was so important for Penny and them to have success. For Mike Boynton. That's what I sit there, Jimmy. I know people just thought, what the hell you saying, Robert? I said, we have the power. I didn't say y'all ass were going to do it because I know y'all don't think like I do. But I'm just saying one day in the next generation, not y'all, but maybe you'll pass it down to your kids. We have the power to send one of those guys to the Final Four every year. The high school coach and the summer coach, we got the power. They had a quick story, Jimmy, this morning about your boy, Juwan Howard. He got one son that scored last night, right? He's reserved. But he got one coming up in IMG supposed to be that dude. Get what they asked. They said, Juwan, you think you going to be, because they talking about Juwan going back to the NBA already. Juwan said, no, I'm going to be around here a long time. He said, They asked him, "You think you'll have a shot at your son at IMG?" He told him, "Well, yeah, I'm real cool with the mama. I know the mama real good. I might have a shot at that." So he got another son coming out now. That Jeff Howard. Thank you. It was Jason Jeff, and I just find that unique, man. I'm just proud of him, man. I'm just y'all saw. That's why I showed the how passionate he was about getting that job, Jimmy. Jimmy, he didn't think he would ever get a job like that. That job. Y'all don't understand. Michigan is up north, but Michigan ain't like that. So I just wanted to share that a lot of people probably didn't know about that. Thank you, Matt.
I mean, and speaking of college jobs, you guys remember last week?
Is that why you got that shirt on? That ain't why you got that jacket on. That ain't a burnt orange jacket. Man, you make me sick with this, man. Is that a Texas? That ain't Texas, is
it? Yeah. Last week, I told you guys, I called it about the Shaka Smart.
Sure did.
Remember, I broke it down to you guys about the Wisconsin and going to Marquette, Texas, how you can avoid that buyout, which was smart as hell.
Yeah.
Y'all come on, take it.
Yeah.
Come on, take it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Have you ever had a kinfolk that worked at the store? Howard? You ever had a kinfolk worked at Macy's?
No.
Back in the day, they had Foley's back in your day. Foley's or Palais Raw or something. And you ain't never had a Foot Locker hookup back in the day?
Oh, got that. Yeah, I got that now. Yeah.
Okay. You ain't never had, remember that person that plug would always call you and let you know when they gonna go on sale or when the new one's gonna arrive. What time you need to be at the store. Hey man, they don't come on this shift, come on the second shift. That manager that worked the first shift, they always would give you the details. Right? That's what the chop shop giving you the plug.
Yeah. You plugged it. And then, Jimmy, you gave a great scenario about hiring Kevin Sampson. You gave a great
going after Kevin Sampson.
Going after him.
And the truth is, it doesn't mean that Kevin Sampson is going to accept and going to leave you.
At least go after.
Three.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Going after him, that means you're doing your part as the board at University of Texas. Understand, Chris Beard was the first order of business. Right?
Oh, yes.
Rick Pitino's
name. Connection? Why everybody they've been mentioning that for years.
Yeah. He's up in there.
Even before he went to Texas Tech, I heard that. Why?
I mean, that's like home to him. To Chris Beard, and he's in the circles. If you get the backing, it's like like a candidate for election in politics. If you have the money behind you, then you are the front runner. So the money is behind Chris Beard. Meanwhile, I mentioned to you a while ago, Rick Pitino's name has surged in there, right? Also, I'll give you guys something else. Trying to think of his name.
Give us something.
What's coaching? Man, that's my guy. But anyway, it's gonna come to me in a minute. I know one coach who has been contacted.
He graduated from T. I didn't know Beard graduated from UT. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's like home. That's home.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Porter Moser, he's the head coach at Loyola Chicago. Porter Moser has been contacted. Now, Mama, what her name though? What the sister? What her name? The lady in the wheelchair, 102 years old.
Sister G.
She don't come with the deal. She don't come with the deal now. She's not part of the deal. But just joking. But Porter Moser has been contacted about this University of Texas.
What's his connection with Texas?
I don't know, but he's hot because of the fact he won the hearts of America. So to a lot of people, he's the Brad Stevens. He's the next. He's the anointed one. You took Loyola into the March Madness twice in a short span. So now you're hot.
Brad
Stevens, they get this hot name.
Brad Stevens was contacted for that Indiana job and turned it
For the
down.
Indiana, yeah, he turned that down. They contacted him out the gates.
Yeah.
Remember that? And remember, he squashed it publicly.
Yeah.
Because that was Brad Stevens.
They gonna have to find me to get out of there, and they might, because they getting their ass tore off. But keep going.
And so now, I was talking about the UT job. So those are a couple of names. Rick Pitino, because a lot of people like the way he cheat.
Me too.
A lot of people like the way he cheat.
I like Rick.
But my thing is this.
I just didn't like how he threw he didn't support the brother.
This is exactly what I'm getting at.
Yeah, okay.
If Rick Pitino gets this gig, a stance should be made on his ass.
Yeah.
Unless he need to bring back what's the young fella from play for Kool-Aid back in the days, the guard, the first one that ended up driving the Ubers. What his name? Andre McGee.
Okay.
You need to bring Andre McGee ass back on your staff and throw him a solid. And guess what? Just like Kevin Sampson brought Bilal Batley back when he came up on feet again, Kevin Sampson went back. Remember, Bilal Batley is the one that actually took the hit when Kevin Sampson was at Indiana and what he got fired for text messages, which became legal less than a year later.
Like weed is legal now in some states, and guys spending years in jail for selling it. But keep going.
And so speaking of Texas, if Rick Pitino, once again, he shouldn't get a pass if he gets this gig. Because once again, two black coaches got rolled at two different times, and he watched them just roll down the boulevard. And now, guess what? I don't know what McGee, we haven't talked to McGee. Remember, we talked to McGee's former summer coach, came on the Chop Shop a couple of years ago. And we were trying to track down McGee, but we wasn't able, he had some stuff going on and stuff wasn't solved because at the time, McGee felt he was going to get back into coaching. It was going to happen. But you've been blackballed. The only person that can unravel that would be a guy like Pitino if you come back on feet with a job like Texas. And that's something. So that means now you get a McGee, you get to recruit California, Arizona, Nevada. That's where he's from on that West Coast. Now back to this thing on Texas. I want you guys to think about something. Whoever gets this gig, first of all, Kevin Sampson makes about $3 million at U of H. Kevin Sampson is set. His whole family is employed. It's entwined in that program. Plus, he's a grandfather of two. He has two grandbabies that was born in the last 5 years since he's been at U of H. Well, the only way Kevin Sampson would leave Houston right now, understand this, to give you the logic, as if his son is guaranteed to be a successor at University of Houston. If Kellen Sampson can get the job and it's a clean swipe, he would take that. Now, the thing is, they can't pay more than $5 million a year at UT. Get your mute.
Because Sarkisian, they can't pay him more than football coach.
The football coach makes 5.2 this year, 5.4 next year, 5.6 the year after that, 5.8 the year after that, and in year 5 it go up to 6 point, and then the 6 years 6.2 million.
So they got to get a $4 million coach. They got to get a $4 million coach, a $4.5 million coach.
Yeah, it can't be. It's not going to be the equivalent of the football coach. Okay. It is not.
Okay.
So that means the market is already set of who. That means all that Coach Cal and all that. Right? No. Cal makes $7 million right now. It ain't happening. You got gonna. So the threshold is set. Even though Texas is the most earns the most of any athletic department in the United States is University of Texas. But however, the market is already set, meaning that you're not going to pay your drummer more than you pay your lead singer in the band. It just don't go like that.
Okay.
So now on this UT thing, are they going to hire another black? Hell no. Not 2 in a row. So they can get it out your mind. I'm sweating. You can be mad you want to. Trust me.
I'm just laughing. I ain't mad.
Black folk, a lot of white folk are feeling like this. And this came from a white person. And I mean, we're talking in casual conversation. It wasn't nothing like heated, but explain it to me. A lot of white folks in certain areas of society feel that black folk, that we got our win on November the 3rd on the election. We got our win. So they're trying to get back at every chance they can.
Like they did with Obama?
Like they did with Georgia.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah.
In the voting, in those voting law that they just enacted. And that's another topic. We talk about that. I got some stuff, my thoughts on that too, Adam. But understand, they are not going to hire another black. So Kevin Sampson, now gonna get it twisted now. To some people, Kevin Sampson he gets a pass. They can call, remember, Native American. He got that card now in the pocket. He can play that card. If you play the spade high enough, he want the book. Coach Sampson can use that Native American card on your ass and get that book. But I'm saying Kevin Sampson is not going nowhere because here's the thing, twofold. Number one, U of H. Tillman Fertitta is the money that controls U of H athletics. That's the owner of the Houston Rockets. Remember, Kevin Sampson worked under Tillman Fertitta. He signed his check over there, then helped put $20 million into that new facility that is named after Tillman Fertitta, which they play in right now. He's not going to make life easy for U of H and just let Kevin Sampson go to University of Texas and promote his son up there. That would be acknowledging that you are the JV to them. Tillman Fertitta, even though he, understand, that ain't happening. That is not happening. So you can forget about that. Kevin Sampson is cool, is going to be right there. Don't you think for a minute that Oklahoma is trying their best to reach out and get Kevin Sampson right now and get him back there? I'm giving you guys all the coaching spiel right now. Kevin Sampson, that ain't happening. Understand something. Kevin Sampson is up. He's not 50 years old anymore. Think about the logic. If I can get University of Houston into a consistent top 25 program, if I can get them to the Elite Eight, to the Final Four, then why the hell I got to go to your school and help rebuild something? That's the thinking. Think about this.
Once again, I got this on automation right now. I got this
right now.
Yeah, right. I got you. Okay.
So that's how Kevin Sampson is thinking about. That's why this game tonight is so important economically, because no matter what the hell happened, Kevin Sampson gets a pay raise, another one.
Who they play tonight?
Oregon State.
Yeah, we need this win. We need this win. Yeah.
And Oregon State has a kid from H-Town in that lineup, Abdul Alatish. You remember him? He played for Rossi.
Jimmy, you remember them. I don't remember them. That's good. It's all good. But keep going. Yeah. Keep going. I like. Keep going.
and so now I'm just giving you the spiel now. Right. University of Houston. Mm-hmm. There, once again, if think about the logic. If I can get this program, think about it. Most people go to programs, either you fed up, you're tired, like situation. I understand. Another thing about Shaka that was really smart and the timing was good, because I have my intel. Shaka, they gave Shaka a week to find something to go and seal that deal. They gave him a week. After 7 days, they were going to fire Shaka Smart. They were going to fire him. So those of you who had called it, they were going to fire him. But he beat him to the punch and jumped out and hopped on that Marquette.
He beat the posse, Jimmy. The posse was coming down on him.
They were coming. They were coming. And so now back on this, you understand why Kevin Sampson, people at Oklahoma, guess what? It's a great job, Norman, great. Hey, but he not fit to leave this right here.
It's good over there.
Not right.
It's good.
He's not fit to leave right now.
My daughter is doing great over there. My son is the coaching waiting over. I ain't going nowhere.
Unless
what?
my son is guaranteed this spot.
I got you.
Remember, Kevin Sampson turned down an NBA job.
That's right.
With the Orlando Magic.
Couldn't bring.
They offered him the coaching job with the Orlando Magic.
Yes.
You guys, this was just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 3, right after Hurricane Harvey. They offered him the job. He turned it down because he wanted to make that U of H at the time. Fertitta was like, remember now, U of H hadn't made it to, they wasn't in the top 25 then. Got an NCAA win at the time. Tonight, University of Houston will be playing in the Elite Eight for the first time since Phi Slamma Jamma in 1983. Guys, that's almost 40 years. What's going on right here? Now, other jobs, Hatter, on a smaller scale.
Come on.
Remember, also last week, I gave you the spiel, guys, a spiel about the Alvin Brooks Jr. and Alvin Brooks III as candidates 1A and 1B for Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Both will be playing tonight.
That's right. Damn. I love this.
And I understand. They tell me that somebody from Lamar is already in Indiana and has already reached out and connected with AB3. And AB3, because the dad is this type of dad. Now, understand, Alvin Brooks would love to have that job. But if his son can get that job, he would gladly, and that's what he's doing, stand back.
I like that.
And help his son get that job.
What are you doing? Stand back, stand down.
Yes. Because in your mind, you just know he's been a head coach before.
Yeah.
So it's not like Alvin Brooks he was the first black head coach for University of Houston. You guys might have forgot that. He was after Pat Foster. Came Alvin Brooks back in the early 90s. So Alvin Brooks, that's a joyful move. And that's what most papas would do. What papa would not do that? So as much as you say his name, that way, hey, guess what? No, let my son. That's how Alvin Brooks Jr. is, the dad. Alvin Brooks, the dad. Remember, he wakes up. He lives in Houston, from Fifth Ward, Wheatley High School. He's not going to drive an hour to and from Beaumont every day. At his age, he's good. He will take that job.
Move. That's a smooth move.
And guess what? So people saying, well, man, why not? No, they throw other names. That's people always do. You notice that we the only ones that do that. You can't put a lot of black coaches in a situation where it seems like because they don't get picked that they wasn't good enough, or you gotta.
I learned that from Stacey Houston taught me that, but I'm glad I had to learn that. But keep going.
So without saying other guys' names, guys, your times will come. And certain those other guys that you guys be naming all the time had opportunities to be a head coach, but turned them down.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we had one on the chop. That coaches at Baylor. He says he said it with his own mouth. He turned down 2 head coaching jobs in college.
Yeah. Because
at the time, he had his son and his kids were coming through school, and he wanted them to finish their school cycle. He didn't want to uproot his family like that.
Mm-hmm. That's a crazy job, man. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the thing. Now, Lamar. There's another name I gave you guys. Or I didn't give you guys. I'm sorry. I gave you the Brooks.
You gave me Boutte. You said Boutte.
And Boutte was one that we gave, but you know, that's the whole thing. Would Boutte want that everything that comes with the college coaching thing? Yeah, he want that pay raise. Mm-hmm. But Boutte's set. He's set.
Where he at?
In Beaumont, at Beaumont Westbrook. Oh, okay. He's set, meaning that in life, the college coaching is so demanding. Why would you even want to take on that task?
Right.
You're set. Now, understand something. Whoever gets that job, needs to bring Omar Sneed over from the girls' side. He's one of the greats from Beaumont, right? And I think didn't he play at Memphis? I think back in the day.
I think he did. Yeah.
But he's from Beaumont, Westbrook, back in the day. Bring Omar on the staff. He's been on the girls'
Mike
side.
Boyd just got an extension, Jim.
He got a 7-year extension. I thought when you said his name, I thought you knew that. He got a 7-year extension. 7 years. 7-year extension.
See what happened when we sent out guys. Just keep going. See what happens when we send out guys to these guys.
Here's another name for Lamar. That's very, very deserving.
Who, man?
Byron Smith at Prairie View.
I like that.
Byron Smith at Prairie View. He's won the SWAC 3 years in a row.
I like that.
He's only been there 5 years.
Yeah.
He has to understand, everybody comes back next year. TSU beat them the 3rd time around to get to the dance, but Prairie View is going to be a favorite again.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But you can't.
Byron Smith,
we can't put too many black coaches in there, though. I thought you said.
No. Remember, I said first order of business is Alvin Brooks III.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And from what I understand, like I said, once Baylor is done, then they're going to negotiate. And he's the first. It's up to him to turn it down.
I'd love to see that, man. I would love to see that. But
no. It's Adam. Done deal.
Okay. Done deal. Okay.
If it's up to him to turn it down, the numbers got to be right. Because guess what Baylor's going to do? Baylor is going to offer him
some more bread.
A bump.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's sometimes people do that to get the numbers right, make the other team act right.
Yeah.
Make the other school act right. So Baylor gonna offer him a bump, right? Then Lamar gonna have to match that and up that number,
right?
See, the things that Alvin Brooks III were doing during the pandemic with his Be Ready movement, a lot of the people in Beaumont and a lot of the people in the athletic directors noticed that. He was one of the 13 or so coaches that got selected to go in the Final Four a year ago to the symposium. You had to be remember that
next young coaches.
He was one of those coaches that got put in that program.
Yes.
So the record is speaking for himself. Things he was doing, the response that he's getting from a lot of the coaches, the magnetizing and the leadership skills. Yeah. And then you got to understand, this young man got it out the mud.
Yes.
And we had him on the show and he's playing his route. From Bradley, then taking a gamble and going and working for peanuts up at Kansas State.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't put in that
moving
work.
all around. And so understand, even the junior college, Alvin Brooks, understand on his resume, he's the only coach in the history of the United States to be on the staff and take 2 different junior colleges to win a national championship in consecutive years.
But
remember that he had 2 different junior colleges he was coaching at, and both won I ain't say get to the championship, both won the national championship in back-to-back years.
I would see why this job, from what I'm just looking at on the comments, I would see why this job would be a no-brainer for them. It's his job to lose. Because King Six said he deserves a blue blood team. I think Tang deserves a blue blood team first.
Yeah. But see, the name, understand the connection, the daddy, in case you guys didn't know, Lamar University is in Beaumont. Beaumont is about an hour and 15 minutes from Houston, right? And they retired the jersey of Alvin Brooks, the junior, about 2 years ago. So they retired his number, right? So the name has a place in people's heart. And the thing is, some of the old money in Beaumont, Texas, a lot of oil refineries, a lot of that's, down that way. Not oil, but, so industrial stuff. Well, a lot of those people love Alvin Brooks still, right? So they love Alvin Brooks. You love the name, you love the person. You also going to love anything that's an extension of Alvin Brooks, which is Alvin Brooks III. Papa is going to be there and always been there to help his son guide. But if this thing falls through and Alvin AB3 decides to turn this down, which I doubt it very seriously, but if, then Byron Smith is the guy. Because Byron Smith, know where he's from, Hatter? I said this like I said it about Shaka last week. Byron Smith is from Louisiana. Lamar Beaumont is 45 minutes from the Louisiana border. Byron Smith is, I understand, that's Lake Charles and McNeese, who Lamar had to recruit against all the while because they're in the same conference. Not no more. Lamar is going to the WAC. You see? So now you can get that Lake Charles kid or that Lafayette kid. That's the McNeese is what? They're still in the Southland, right? Louisiana Lafayette, they're what? In the Sun Belt, right? So you're going to the WAC. So now some kids might want to go and play against Seattle. That's in that conference.
Longest flight in the world.
I'm just saying, but some kids might never been there before. Might want to go and play against, against
great city.
It might be attractive now.
Yeah.
So Byron Smith can recruit, and one thing about Byron, he's active. He can speak the language with the kids. He has street cred with the Hoopers.
Yeah, still playing the pro-am.
Still, and I'm gonna tell you like this, in which he said it himself. He had him on the chop shop a couple times now. Byron Smith said he challenged himself. He claimed himself as the best of any head coach in the Division I basketball. Byron Smith put the challenge out. You name one that want to play him one-on-one.
I got a question. Did Greg Brown, the handler of Greg Brown, get Shaka fired, in your opinion?
No. Abilene Christian got Shaka fired. Abilene Christian. Remember, I mean, come on, guys. You think for a minute that a head coach, we just had Chris Walker just said it just last week. You think a head coach is sitting there saying, I'm going to bench you, and I'm going to lose this game on purpose so I can get fired just to prove my point to you, just to break you like a million?
No. I'm just saying, did that factor in the situation? That's all, with the firing of him. That's all. Greg Brown not getting his grade. Greg Brown was supposed to be, he turned down the G League. He was supposed to be everything. And did he make any of the rookie team in the Big 12? Did he make any of the did he get any award?
I'm not sure.
That's a good point.
I'm not sure. And once again, like Herb Baker said, from Bossier City, Louisiana, that's where Byron Smith is from. He's from the Shreveport, Bossier City area. He played at University of Houston under Pat Foster. Before then, he played in the backcourt with Robert Pack. So think about the connection. Where's Robert Pack from? New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Byron Smith got the New Orleans connection. He got the Shreveport connection. If he's in Beaumont, which is right in the middle of both of them, the same drive it takes to get the one to get the other, he can get them kids. Think about it, he's recruited in the SWAC. The same method of which it took to win the SWAC, that same blueprint will get you a win in the WAC.
So that's a great second choice.
The transfer.
Great second choice.
The transfers, huh?
Uh-huh.
He's winning with 22, 23-year-olds. He's not trying to win with 17, 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
And he makes no mistake about it.
And Jimmy, a lot of people ain't trying to win with them little youngsters no more. If you go look at this in the tournament, them youngsters are surrounded with some grown men, Doc. The guys that's winning. So, man,
indeed.
Tonight,
and another job.
What we got tonight? Okay, come on.
Hold on, we got another job.
Come on.
Remember, Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
What happened?
They actually have reached out to Byron Smith.
Wait a minute, they fired my man.
Yeah.
Well, Willis, when?
Yeah, Willis gonna sit down. He gonna lay it down. Willis gonna lay it down.
That's one of my favorite coaches.
So Texas A&M Corpus Christi has reached out to Byron Smith about that gig. Guess what? Same play. Now, UT Rio Grande Valley has hired Matt Figger. Matt Figger was at what I want to say Tennessee Martin. Oh no, Austin P. Austin P, where the kid from Silsby went, where Jordan Adams and just was transferred from. So Matt Figger is now the head coach at UT Rio Grande Valley. So the coaching wheels are going. And guess what? On yesterday, I think, there's 2 more hires today. But I think it's about 20 hires that's been made in Division I. 20 jobs has been filled. Hell, like 13 of them are black head coaches. So that's good.
It's a banner year.
That's good. These are head coaching gigs. So I want to get that in. That's a lot of, give you guys more college news on tomorrow. But now, as Hala said, tonight, don't forget the NCAA Elite 8 resumes tonight. How about those games last night, Hala? I got to see a couple of them yesterday evening. Alabama. I thought the Alabama had it in the bag. I thought Alabama was going to get it done. And UCLA, man, hey, man, good win. Good win.
Yeah. Good
win. I mean, guess
Jimmy,
what?
The best win of the day. Jimmy, how about them Tigers? Jimmy, the Memphis boy. I don't care what you say. I don't care what it was the NIT, the CIT. Jimmy, if you remember you said Tiger. I mean, when Shaka say, they say Shaka's job. Man, well, it didn't say Penny's job, but I promise you, Jimmy, I ain't never been so happy in my life, man. I ain't never been so happy in my life.
Really?
I just wanted them guys to win something. Because I know.
Well, that's how University of Texas felt when they won the NIT just 3 years ago.
I know the obstacles, the James Wiseman situation, how they did him there. A lot of stuff. Jimmy, it's a lot of stuff that's trying to. I mean, they went through some stuff. Jimmy, you got to understand, they won the last the last 14 games, the only people who beat them was who? The Houston. That lucky shot by Junebug, Tremont. And then another lucky. Then what's my boy? Quentin Grimes, the guy who No, what about Quentin Grimes, man? And what he's doing through this thing, man.
You know what? Remember I said it a couple of weeks ago. And I said there are a few NBA teams that like Quentin Grimes. Do they like him and pick him in the lottery? Hell no. But they like him enough. Quentin Grimes, I said it about a week and a half ago, Adam. I said Quentin Grimes will have the opportunity in this March Madness to play himself into the first round. Now
he got to keep going. He got to do more. Because I talked to
no. That's why tonight's game is so big. Tonight's game is big because there's going to be the same. See, U of H. Same type of style, the same grittiness. There's nobody out there that has to score. There's no one player that has to score 20 points for U of H to win. There's not a single player on that team that has to score 20 for them to win. That defense, that's one thing I'm going to ask you guys. Watch Baylor and watch U of H tonight. On defense, some of you parents, watch the defensive end, what those guys are doing and how they're communicating and how they're covering. Watch the movements, and you will see Division I basketball at the highest level at its finest.
Jimmy, speaking of Quentin Grimes, I promised Ray Sanchez. You know who Ray Sanchez is, Jimmy? Raymond Sanchez.
Down in Beaumont?
I don't know where he's from. But he wrote something on Twitter last night, and on something last night on Facebook. He said Quentin Grimes was one of the highest high school ranked players in the country when he went to Kansas. And he had a subpar season. Decided to put his name in the draft, but pulled his name because people didn't have him high in the lottery. entered the transfer portal to get a fresh start and chose University of Houston. People were calling him overrated, and he wasn't ready, and he wasn't good enough. Grimes was just named the AAC Player of the Year and is helping lead his team to the Elite Eight and possibly a national championship. The moral of the story, everybody's path is different. In the end, do what's best for you and keep pushing, even if sometimes it's a long path or a different path. Is that the same thing as just saying all eggs don't hatch on the same day? Or, as you like to say, that wasn't the plan? Yes, when he first came out, yes, I heard people saying he was one and done. I just thought he was a great player. That's why I didn't understand the vitriol. Then you said sometimes people just didn't like the way the people who were saying it. The people didn't like his summer coach. The people didn't like his mama. The people didn't like. But man, I've always was consistent in saying, I like this dude. I know everybody was talking about, how do your boy? He was 1 for 1. He was 1 for 9. I said, yes, but I still like him. Thank you, Quentin Grimes, for doing it your way in your path. I don't know where you're going to lead to, but before B.J. Johnson died, I met B.J. Johnson at the game. He said, Robert, it's just going to take a little longer. That kid going to be able to play at the next level. So shout out to Quentin Grimes and his family, and to all your naysayers. It didn't happen the same way, the way he thought it was going to happen. But guess what? He's going to get a chance. He's going to get the opportunity to play in the NBA. So that's it. I thought I'd share.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, the only thing that's sad is that, remember I said it. Just think about it. This team had Caleb Mills on it as well. With Caleb Mills, that U of H, remember that might have
took away from the team. Jimmy might have took away from the team. The way he played, they might have took, because the guys was getting mad at Jimmy. He ain't bought in. He wasn't bought in, Jimmy.
No.
You're talking about his talent.
His talent before he became unhinged, unconnected to the head, to what the philosophy was, before he checked out mentally. Okay. Him checked in. Remember, I said it. That backcourt with Caleb Mills, Jarreau, and Grimes, and Sasser, I put them up against Baylor. I put that up against Baylor guards. That quartet. That quartet would have been a nice quartet. Nice quartet.
They ain't got nothing like that Mitchell. Nobody, they ain't got nothing on that team like.
Understand?
You talking about
1 for 1. Yeah. We talking about the 4 versus 4, Hatter.
No.
Talking about the 4 versus 4.
But he one of those 4. This 4 so good.
Okay. So he gets that one, and keep going down the line. You'll have a bunch of washes.
No. Oh no. I love U of H now.
You know what I'm learning about that dude. Jarreau
bad man.
His leadership, his on court leadership skills is impeccable. This dude here ain't got no problem.
So Jimmy, so it's the Houston game and the Baylor game tonight. Those are the 2 games tonight. Only 2 games tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey y'all. Yes, it's gonna be good. I mean, that's a good analogy, Jimmy. But just watching Baylor, just man, what are they doing up there?
Now Stacey used to say, talking about Quentin Grimes, if he'd have been patient at Kansas, he would have had the same success. Now understand something, Stacey. This young man received death threats.
Yeah.
While he was at Kansas. We can talk about it now. Quentin Grimes received death threats. Quentin Grimes, psychologically, think about this. You're starting as a freshman. He started 29 games at Kansas as a freshman.
Yeah.
He started. Now he didn't finish. I think Dotson came in would fill the gap and finish some of the game. But Quentin Grimes started 29 games. Mm-hmm. Bill Self has shown and proven he has no problem putting your ass on that bench or starting or benching you even though you might be better. Case in point was go look up the season that what's my young man at the Golden from Houston, Bush and Finley Prep with the Golden State Warriors right now.
Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre. Mm-hmm. Go look up Kelly Oubre's season, first season we only played that 1 year at Kansas. Look at his game by game, and you will see how you thinking about hull somebody out.
It wasn't good.
He hulled Kelly Oubre ass out. And Kelly played good soldier and sit on that bench and wait. Eventually, you only can hold it back so long. He had to start playing him midway through the season. He had to start playing him, then he had to play him a little more. Because
they didn't like Jimmy. They didn't like Kelly.
No. And Kelly, and understand, if you've been around Kelly Oubre is one of those players that will give you reasons to not like him. He has that type of, and guess what? Great players have some players that are great or possess great talents can tend to have a arrogance about them.
Not all of them.
It's noticeable.
Not all of them.
I didn't say all of them. I say some great players.
Some people are assholes. Yeah.
That's
it.
That's
in any industry, Jimmy.
And guess what?
You don't have to be.
If they're good enough, you would tolerate it for a little while. Now, once they're not good enough no more, start shopping that thing around. And guess what I learned? The Golden State Warriors, the Rockets, had reached a deal to get Kelly Oubre and Andrew Wiggins. Golden State pulled out of the deal at the last minute. They had reached a deal to get Kelly Oubre and one of the big men. And and Andrew Wiggins. They were going to send Oladipo to Golden State and some other stuff. But anyway, back on this stuff with this and tonight's games. But U of H, Adam, and Oregon State is the 6:15 game. That's the first game tonight. Baylor and Arkansas is the 9 o'clock tip. Well, one of the Arkansas former Razorbacks from back in Nolan Richardson days in the 40 Minutes of Hell, Darryl Hawkins. Darryl Hawkins used to coach. He was the former athletic director in the North Forest Independent School District. He's also was recently the head coach of Katy Paytow High School, opened the doors of that school, and then quickly learned, he had one of those, let me remind you that you black moments that Katy can do if you get out there, and they reminded him and got him out of that job and railroaded him out of that job within a year up to the school opened. So these kids that's at Paytow, Charles, the Chuck Wagon, Chuck Woo, and the rest of those cats, a lot of those kids he opened the doors with as ninth graders. Well, Darryl Hawkins reached out to us, and he say, when Arkansas beat Baylor, y'all put me on the chop shop. I got a whole lot to say. I say, Hawkins, that ain't happening because Baylor gonna beat the shit out of
like they stole some from Macy's.
He say, well, you just keep your word. And when they beat them, can I come on the chops? I say, if Arkansas make it to the Final Four,
what are you gonna do for us? It's got to be something that Hawkins. What you gonna do for us?
He made, you got to do something. That's the bet. Yeah, you got to do something for us now. You got to go.
You got to do something.
Get a shrimp basket or something. You got to get something for us now. We got to we're gonna find out what he's gonna do. We're gonna put something on as well. So, but tomorrow, speaking of, I got a chance to watch JL3 this past weekend. Speaking of Arkansas. And but without two of their front court guys, Big Vince, he was at the Geico Nationals, with his team preparing for the Geico Nationals, and I forgot the other young man name from out of the state of Arkansas who plays with JL3. He's actually committed to the University of Arkansas. He's a prospect. He's 6'7", and can't think of his kid name for nothing in the world. But anyway, you guys in Boomer Room can help me out. Now, so Chris Johnson from Elkins High School was one of the star players on the Houston Hoops 16 and under team.
Okay.
Right? That Houston Hoops 16 and under team, he left them last week on last Wednesday, and went to JL3.
I love Chris.
So Chris made his debut with the JL3 up in San Antonio at the Alamo City Hoops event.
Okay.
And so I went up there and I checked them out and watched them play. And Chris and Sean Jones are two of the underclassmen on that on that squad. Of course, Terrence Arsenault is the leader of that team.
Oh, I'm liking that team already.
Terrence Arsenault is hey man, like I say, it's just Arsenault is he's playing good basketball right now.
Okay.
A good brand of basketball. And he's a good teammate.
Seems like
Austin Nunez kind of reminded me a little. He reminded me a little Bobby Hatter Jr. on the court. Yeah,
Austin got games like that.
I mean, he's jittery. No, he's not as fast, but he's a lefty.
Yeah,
that can get that shot off quick.
Quick, yeah,
and will make the pass. And he got good athlete.
Will he get up and D on you? Will he get up and D? Will he play defense?
I mean, the team they were playing against, the JL3 had a size advantage over them for the most part. I'm talking about from the guard standpoint. They had a size advantage.
Don't Austin play with JL3?
Yeah. I'm talking about the team they were playing against.
Okay.
So I need to see him in a setting where you're defending Division I guards.
I got you. Okay, I got
you. Before we can go to that aspect.
Yeah. When you got to go up against, when you got to go up against both twins. When you got to play, and go up against Kelly Oubre. Yeah, I got you. I see what you're saying. But no, I just can't wait. I forgot that team, man. If you had told me that team was playing, I still wouldn't have went to San Antonio. But I want to see them play, though.
I forgot to give on the resume of Darryl Hawkins.
Yeah, I know who Hawkins.
He used to be the head coach at Prairie View.
Hawkins, bad man, man.
I'm saying he was on the staff as an assistant under Jerry when Jerry Francis was at U of H. He was on that staff at University of Houston as an assistant.
Oh, okay.
Then he became a head coach at Prairie View. Right.
Okay.
So he has and also Hawk has just accepted the volunteer role as the coach of the JL3 16 and under team.
Man, Hawk has been on the show, Jimmy, before.
Yeah. He been on before.
He came down to the radio station.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so Hawk gonna, like we said, Hawk going to put up a shrimp. He going to put up a shrimp basket.
Jimmy. We ain't going with Jimmy.
We
upgraded. We're going to 13, Jimmy. We're going to
either 13 or the crawfish spot. We're gonna pick us a crawfish spot and get some bugs out of it.
Oh yeah.
We get some bugs out of it.
It
that
is
way,
expensive.
we get some bugs out of it. That
It's
way now,
expensive. Me and Jimmy come. It's expensive to eat the bugs.
We shut down the bar one time in New Orleans. The bug. I'm like, hey, we would have went viral. They had the camera, the phone they got down back then.
Yeah.
We would have went viral.
We'll do it again. We'll do it good one day. Hey, so who's
right
coaching?
on cue.
Who's coaching Jimmy? Who coaching that team? JL3 team.
The 17s were coached by Richard Law and Marcus Ebo.
Okay. And the 16s.
And the 16s are going to be Daryl Hawkins.
Okay.
The 16. Now Delilah coaches the 15s.
Okay.
That 15 under team the 14 under team, I'm sorry, that ran through the spring icebreaker and won that bread.
Okay.
She coaches that 14 under team.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that's
Jimmy, who was the Houston Knights? Because Kim told me who was the Houston Knights? That's Naisha.
Knights.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a female coach.
Naisha Phillips.
Yeah. And speaking of course, the Houston Knights, I heard they went up to Abilene and won the tournament, first place in the tournament up in Abilene, which that's a good experience.
Did they get some money?
I don't think so. I'm curious to know.
Kim, so y'all wait a minute. Did they play in your tournament? Did they play?
Yeah.
So they didn't get close to the money. Okay.
No.
Okay.
They went 1-2. They went 1-2 at the spring icebreaker.
Naisha, y'all got to get this bread, man. I want Houston to get all of them. I want Houston to run through the whole division.
Yeah, I mean, but shout out to the Houston Knights.
Okay, I like them.
And for going out of town and representing. And also, you can feel free if you're watching, email us your stats or whatnot from this past weekend.
I got some stats I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. They email somebody send me some. I'm gonna talk about them tomorrow.
Yeah, email us that, and we will and we'll make sure to touch base on it. Speaking of, last thing I want to get in. I mentioned I back to Houston. I went over there and watched the Houston Hoops 16 and under team play again. And I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Okay.
I put my right pocket on any 16 under team in this entire region. This region, the Arklatex is this region. That we know, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas. Yes. If you got a 16 under team and you think this team is really good.
So you saying JL3 can't touch these folks?
No. They won't be able to touch this Houston Hoops 16 under team. See, here's what happened. Remember last year we talked about them. They was 15U, and we had about 4 teams around the state.
This
and
the team. Wait a minute. So this is the team that Chris was on last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember they played last summer as D.
They're whooping everybody, whooping the 17. Okay.
Dead on your ass was the acronym. The name they played under last summer. I remember how they would. You know, and
I wonder who coached this team. I wonder who coached this 16 and under team. I wonder is anybody on the feed that coaches? Jimmy, is anybody on the feed that's coaching this team?
Well,
is anybody? I saw him took a picture with a team. I saw him. His name, I ain't gonna call his name, but his name started with Stephen Wood. Is he coach? Is he one of the coaches on that team?
And Stephen Woods is one of the coaches. Yeah.
Wow.
And that team, understand. So here's the thing. At the icebreaker, I think
who they got on that team, man? Who they got on this team? Tell me.
Who they got on the
Give me some
16 under team?
Some notable players. Give me some. So that I would know.
They got Walter Yates. I mean, not Walter Yates. Wesley Yates Jr. is
they got
one
okay.
You know.
Okay. All right. Wes.
Right. You got little Jalen Lowe.
Okay. All right.
You got Orlando Harden.
Okay.
Right? He's the smallest player on the team. I mean, he's like that little fireball on the squad.
Okay.
You have DeLuna. He's a kid from San Antonio.
Okay.
They also have another young man from out of San Marcos, Presley, and he's pretty damn good. Yesterday, when I saw him yesterday, I mean, he was the best player on the floor in that particular game. He's long. I mean, they understand they were missing.
Thaddeus Moody said he gonna bring Team Illinois back down here. You just said in this region, right?
Team Illinois 16 under would get their heads beat clean in trying to play against the Hoop 16U.
I got to see this team. When this team play again?
Team Illinois won that $1,000. They won that. They won that $1,000.
When does this team play again, Jim? Was it in the videotape of this team? Can I go back and get it on? Was it on Baller TV? Was it on something?
They got some. I think Jeffrey Day put some out last week after the icebreaker. He got some out there. Yeah,
I got to see it, Jeffrey Day. Jeffrey Day, you know how me and you do. I got to see something. Jimmy. I can't believe you.
You don't say Team Illinois would get 20 piece by this team. Now here's the thing. On tomorrow, there's only one 1600 team probably in the. Understand? This team is really good, and their best, the most. How you say it? Their highest ranked national player hadn't even played yet with them.
Because he
was a kid down in New Orleans.
Okay.
He hadn't even played yet with them. And understand something. Alex says that 1600 team would roll Team Illinois by at least 25.
Hold up, man. No, I got Jeffrey.
They beat the Houston Defenders 16 under. Remember, they were in the conversation a year ago. Remember, it was 4 teams. You had the Southern Assault. You had the Drive Nation team. They were talking from Dallas and hey, Stacey Houston. Where you at, Stacey?
Oh, so you saying Dallas? They'll whoop anybody in Dallas too?
They in that region, in this region, aren't they?
Yeah.
Listen, Alan, is pig meat pork?
Man, we got to get out of here. I got to go.
And guess what? And one thing I like about it, Clyde Jackson is ready to put the racks up. I'm ready to put some up with him. Damn. So we ain't gonna play this thing for free. I'm letting it be known right now. You damn Skippy, I'll bet on one of them games. I don't work for the NCAA. And also, you lost your mind if you think for a minute that games aren't been bet on already and for years in the grassroots team. Don't you think for a minute?
You call it gentleman's bet. Like we're on the golf course. It's a gentleman's bet.
Yeah. So now
I got to see this team.
Remember, there's one team out there that on paper is very, very good. Matter of fact, we saw them in the gym without two of their best players. One of them is ranked number 19 in the country.
Oh, them dudes are the dudes from out of town.
From Florida. The Night
Florida?
Riders.
Oh,
Night Riders.
Okay.
The Night Riders, 16 and under, right? Mm-hmm. Remember, I told you guys, the director of the Night Riders and Clyde Jackson made a challenge
right,
for their teams to meet up and play for $20,000.
Yeah, I remember that.
That game could take place if the Hoops go to Miami to the Night Riders event. Otherwise, it won't take place until Peace Jam. Because I'm gonna make sure I'll tell the Nike folk to put them in the same pool.
Stacey say he right there. Stacey say he right there, but we got to go. Talk to Stacey.
Now the Night Riders, I speak to them, is because the director of the Night Riders is going to be on the Chop Shop tomorrow. He's never done no talk show ever.
Why he coming on?
This is exclusive.
Why he coming on tomorrow? To talk about this?
Talk about this. Talk about their program. Dude, he got one of the hottest programs in the country. Night Riders from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Hell, a lot of them guys at Montverde, guess what they play summer ball with?
Oh, okay. Jimmy, they was running. They was doing pretty good at the EYBL. I was there.
So Keno, he's from Louisiana. And the Greg Brown connection, he's kinfolk of the Greg Brown.
Okay.
So all that entwined, we're gonna talk about all that tomorrow. Everything you want to know about the Greg Brown, you ask a question to Greg Brown, we're gonna talk about all that tomorrow in Shock and Small. Y'all sharpen your pencils to keep all the notes we got for you tomorrow. It's gonna be one hell of a week. But guess what? It is time to slide down Dino's back.
Yes, it is.
And Yabba do this thing for this Monday. And yes, Chris Lockett is that young man's name who will play for the Hoops EY, the 16 under team who has not played yet. That's Chris Lockett. Look up his name.
I heard about him.
He's very good. Very good. And they're kicking butt without him. They beat the Houston Defenders by 30 yesterday, Adam. By 30.
The Houston Defenders just had an off night.
Dude, by 30. That ain't supposed to happen. When you got that many players that's good in the city of Houston, and that ain't supposed to happen. But that just goes to show that those players collectively from the Hoops 16U are that much better than our next best thing in the city. Those dudes are rolling. But anyway, guys, it is time to hang it up for the day. A good day, great. Y'all keep it going. Hope you guys share the show. If you hadn't done so, share the show right now on your way out the door of the Chop Shop so that other people can still come and watch today's recap or go back and watch it from the beginning. You too can do that as well. Don't forget, feel free on YouTube. Like our page. Follow us if you haven't done so already. If you're on Twitter, look at the end of both of our names is our Twitter hash tags. Go on Twitter, follow us there as well, and also spread the word about the Chop Shop. But on behalf of Robert Haller, this is Jim Hicks, and we up out here now. In the words of Chris Walker, chop chop.
Yeah, Villanova got their head beat in.
I'm waiting on Chris. You know I'm waiting on Chris.
That's why he come on today. He come on.
Waiting on it.
Well, we'll see y'all tomorrow. We out.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop.